All right, Kyle Rose, Ham TV here. Going to analyze a draft done by One Quick Duck, Magic Arena Best of One this time. If you want to know my feelings, differences in Best of One, Best of Three, check out my video I did on that. I think I covered it pretty well. And if you just like the action, the draft, just want to hear my thoughts on that, that's cool. But if you want to learn more, check out the gameplay. The last one I put up, a lot more people just watch the draft. There's a lot to those games you're missing out unless you think you're a perfect game player. Right now, today, I'm probably just going to cover the draft, but I will get those games up as soon as I can. And full disclosure, I watched this before. It's been about 4 days though, and in that time, my opinions could change on picks than what my notes even say. So I might bring that up, when we get to that, if I've changed my mind already. But let's go.
Well, this looks like a total shit pack. Nope, maybe.
Again, John's still very new to the format at this time, and he's done some sealed decks mostly. I do think it's a pretty clear visionary for the pick here, and that is what he's going to take. But he has to maybe even read some of the cards. I don't know.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. I feel like I'm on a downswing. Okay, some playables here. I like that card.
All right. So what I wrote down was I like Devotee. Maybe if you prefer red, you could take Shock. That's what I wrote down at the time. I still feel like Devotee is definitely the best black card. I do think if you were definitely green black, it might be close with the Assassins. The Assassins have been impressing me a lot. But if I were to take a black card, I still take Devotee. Just you could kind of ditch the green card and be whatever. And I think I would take that. But the other option being Shock. You know, I do like White a lot in the best of one, but he's not seeing anything like that. So we'll see what he does.
I mean, it's only good black here, but whatever. What am I gonna do? Take a shot because there's good black cards?
He goes with
Maybe take the
Grasp.
Twin Blade Assassin.
I think Devotee is a little bit better than Grasp, but I don't hate the pick. It's not crazy.
I'm gonna try to just cut black, but
Yeah, I like the Thallid pick here.
that guy's okay. This guy's probably fine, but taking a black card.
If not for the Thallid, I would take the Swooper.
Green.
So I already tried to kind of change my mind a little bit. I wrote down Track Down or Veteran. I don't think I'd take the Veteran. I don't think he's going to find his way into green white. I don't think the Veteran plays that well in black white. So I honestly think I would probably either go. I think I would just take Track Down here. I like it in green black, but the Watchdog wouldn't be insane if you were going to leave yourself open to be black white or maybe green white. I don't think it's that much worse than the Veteran in green white. when you have a start like this, especially where you're unlikely to get a super synergistic counters deck.
White is definitely fine.
I have no memory of what he takes here, but I would take track down.
Black white is definitely fine.
It's a weak pack.
I'm looking at the dog here. That's good. I just don't think Rise Again is very good. And I mean, this is okay, especially if I get these guys, but that's playable. But I don't know. Well, there's some good white cards here. Actually,
It's fine. I don't mind that.
I think I'm gonna take that guy. Because if I'm in green-white, if I end up with green-white, I'm gonna want the token guy.
I agree with that. I just think it's unlikely to happen. This is a terrible pack. I like either the Rousing Read or the Land, I figure.
Now we got blue cards.
Nothing else I like here. I don't like Guile, black, green to try to save a 3-2 or something.
I might just take the
I'm a lot lower on Guile and Best of One in general. I don't think people play a whole lot of the clunky removal, the 5-man removal, at least not in the games that I play in the mythic ranks or whatever. You don't see a lot of it. So it plays more like a +1/+1 combat trick, which to me is fairly not great. So I don't love it. I play one, but it's not really something I'm looking for. Land's good pick. Oop.
Yeah, that's a play.
Spider.
Let's take that guy.
I guess it could be okay if you wind up green-black, real slow. See, I think I'm actually a higher proponent of Mind Rot than most players. I don't really hate it. It seems like John really likes it. He doesn't really even consider cutting it at any point or anything like that. I like it most in like a blue-black kind of deck or something like that. Something that has a lot of cheap interaction, and you can shock your guy, or black-red. Shock your guy, grasp your guy, Mind Rot you. You don't fall too far behind. You're doing a lot of one-for-one trading, and then you knock those 2 cards out. It can be devastating. But in a green-black deck that's kind of just playing creatures to the board, and there wasn't anything good in the pack. It's fine, he took it, but I thought it was a little out of place at times. So I want to explain that card a little bit more.
Ooh.
You can always play it if you need a playable. This pack seems terrible.
Do I take this guy or do I take
I'm
this
fine
guy?
with taking the Warmonger, I guess.
Splashing for him.
I would never splash for it, though. There's
This
not many
guy is
cards I
1,
would
2, 3,
splash
4,
for,
5,
and it
6
would not be
picks in.
that. You might play black-red, but you do not splash it.
Cards. Wow.
Now, things get a little easier here, I would hope. This should be an easy assassin. And you kind of put the draft
People
in
must not be into
perspective.
it.
He kind of.
I thought this was a good card.
It is a good card. Now he's kind of got a direction. Got a direction you're going to go.
That guy is probably not going to get played.
And the Dire Fleet Warmonger should be hidden sooner than it is, but that's okay. I would just take the artifact creature there. I don't think it matters much, though. So it's the best of one. You're never going to sideboard. I would take the gift. It seems like the best option you have. You got some big creatures, maybe lifelink them or something. And you're not missing out on anything, though. I don't want to play it. Just take the 7/3. It's in your colors. Let people have the blue and red cards. Training seems like the best thing here.
Like this.
I could see Meteorite maybe being better.
This draws a card, though.
I would not want Rise.
I can maybe one off this.
I don't like Rise.
Damn, I really don't like that card, but it's a 2-drop.
I don't know why you don't like the Blackguard. I think he's fine.
Two-drop,
I have no problem
2-drop.
playing him.
3-drop.
Unexciting, but I don't have I never hate putting him in the deck. Oh, look.
Well,
Small rant, I do think Ugin is very overrated in best of one. This is a great deck for it. This is basically a perfect deck for it. He's already kind of slow, blocky. He's got a visionary to ramp, this and that. Draws extra cards, can hit land drops. It's basically perfect. If you're like some green white aggro, red white aggro, I don't even think you want to play it in your deck. But this is a great pick for this deck, and it can easily influence the rest of his picks. Try to prolong games, dig for Ugin, stuff like that.
I think we're going to be ramping into Ugin now. Trying to see what else is going to come back around. What else I want to come back around.
Ugin.
Kind of a
Just
beating to
scream at
open
you.
Ugin and an arena. When I opened one of my sealed pool and it was like a foil one. It was worth like $50. Now it's just a rare.
And this deck for me, clear Hunter's Edge. I think it's pretty much a clear Hunter's Edge in any green deck. I don't know what I'd have to have synergy wise to make that Scourge the pick. I mean, it'd be counter stuff, and Edge gives counters too. You'd need a lot of edges already, I think, to ever consider not taking it here over this other stuff.
Both of those cards seem good. This is good.
They
That's
all
good.
would be fine.
That's good. That's what we want. Yeah, this is what we want. This goes with our removal. And then there's other.
I like the Thallid here. I think it fits perfectly. What he's trying to do. He's going to have a way to get that ghoul back, really.
I don't know what else to take.
Nothing else to take. Drowsing Tyrannodon, perfect for a deck like this. You don't even care if it's attacking, just
I
hold the
don't
fort
have any
down.
4-drops, so. Ooh, but this is a better card, I think. Yeah, I'm really trying to just hang out.
Exactly right.
No.
No! Tyrannodon, don't do it.
That seems better. This
Oh,
seems
no!
better at,
Oh, no. Oh, that hurts.
trading and stabilizing.
That
Those
hurts.
types of things.
I love Gormand. I hope he takes that.
I don't know how many of these guys I want.
4.
Maybe this guy will come back around. I'm playing black. I gotta take this. Now I'm gonna extremely prioritize cheap creatures. When I have cards that cost more than this, then I can play. It feels like the Rise might be playable.
No.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
I would take the Dreadmaw here.
I've already got a bunch of 3-drops.
If you get better stuff at 6, fine, cut it, but I would take it. I don't think you're missing out on anything here. I don't want to splash the Stitcher. That card, I think, is just bad. It doesn't do... See, I just don't think that card does what you want it to do. You've got good blockers at 3 already. You'll probably pick up some more. And the chip damage, the 2 a time, you got big monsters. You're going to get control of the game and just... It's going to be over in 2 swings. You know, you're not trying to chip in here and there like a little black-red, black-white deck would. So, yeah, I'm not wild about that pick. But I mean, you're only missing out on 6 drops, so it's not like you really needed it. This pick is kind of
That
close, I think.
is
I mean,
something I would really like.
wow. Okay, I think that's not the right pick. For starters, I realized that John did not understand how the Mauler worked exactly, as he thought it would grow on his opponent's turn as well, I guess. The Mauler is an aggressively slanted card, and this deck wants to block more than it really wants to attack. It wants to prolong the game, I think. I mean, the Mauler's fine to play, but I think it's way worse than the Thallid. Almost if the Thallid even cost 4, I might like it more in this deck than the Mauler. It's that close. Also think the Dryad would be decent here, as a 2 drop that you kind of need, but it would be pretty awful to top deck it in the mid game, and you're trying to prolong games, not just get the best opening hands you can. So I probably wouldn't take it. Scythe's the best card normally, I think, but I don't know. You know, if you're trading your Thalids and stuff with their guys, you're kind of already winning. So I don't know what matchups it's going to be particularly good. It's going to be bad against flying deck. It's not going to be needed or very good against like the little red, white, green aggro decks. And then against another deck similar to yours, it's probably awesome, but this is best of one, and how often are you going to wind up against that? I would have just taken another Thallid here, I think, the more I think about it. I don't know what I wrote. I said Thallid or Scythe, not trading much on your turn unless attacking. So yeah, I basically feel the same way I did then. And I think you vastly overvalued the Maulers in this particular deck.
Make sure that's right, though.
Oh, maybe he doesn't.
There's nothing that ramps. I've already got a bunch of those. That's not that good. Only have 1 4-drop. Got a lot of tokens. That just makes sense. Did I get one of these guys? Because
Dillosaur. I mean, the Dillosaur is going to be better than this set.
You know,
neither card is what you want.
Well, this is the only green card, so
better pick. And honestly, it fits the deck better than the Mauler does. I do not have much Cauldron experience. It seems like this is certainly a deck you could play it, especially if you maybe had taken the 3rd Death Bloom. You got a Twin Blade that you can double draw with it, and you do have like the Mauler to pump. You're trying to hit land drops. It's the kind of card I don't like. It often comes out and does nothing, especially in these best of 1 games. It does make sense here, though. I put down either the Cauldron or the Lifelinker. I find this guy can overperform a little bit. Having a thing or two with Lifelink can be nice. And a lot of these games are fast and aggressive. I don't have a strong take on it, really. But I'd like to see him take one of those 2 cards.
These guys trade pretty good. What is this? This is best of 1, so
makes sense.
Any sideboard cards that I'm not going to play.
Similarly here, I think that the Skeleton Archer fits the deck way better than the Mauler does. I still like the Skeleton Archer. I just like the Thallid way better than it. I think that's what he took it over the first time. Or no, it was the Drowsing Pteranodon. That still hurts my heart. But yeah, I would certainly want to take the Archer. I'm pretty sure he takes the Mauler here, but again, I'm not sure he knew. I don't think he knew exactly how the Mauler worked.
Black red. Am I gonna play this guy? I don't think I am.
No, thank goodness. That guy finally got out of there.
That seems good, right?
Yeah, I mean, Archer just has to be better, I think.
Lots of stuff dying.
Super late Houndmaster.
As crazy as it sounds, I don't mind this card, but I think I can wheel it.
Yeah, I actually put in my notes, I said, Gold Guy, I do like Vine in your deck a ton. I mean, the Vine, if anyone's wondering, like, You're going to have 2 Twin Blades by the time you take this one. Triggers your Maulers, double draw with your Twin Blades. It can block early, and just you want stuff to gum around. You can block, draw a card, or whatever you need to do with it to just prolong the game. So I would definitely play that if it came back. I like it a lot. I mean, I might even like it more than a Thallid or something. It seems that good in this deck.
You're probably like, what is wrong with you, dude?
But it is a clear Assassins, but yeah, no, the Vine is great.
I'm just going to take the best card. And this is probably going to be an 18 land deck.
Yeah, that makes sense. At least 17. What do I like here? Yeah, I said skeleton or the 4/4 reach. I mean, it's rough. He's got skeletons, got 4 drops. He's got a lot of 5s. I also said that like the wall, I don't hate the Steward with 2 Twin Blades, with 2 Maulers. I mean, I don't really want to second pick it right here, but I'd rather play it over, some of this scarring type nonsense he's got going on, or rise type stuff. But this doesn't seem like a very important pick. I don't know what, probably what I would take. I think I like the Sanctuary here.
Getting too expensive.
Interesting. So I didn't even mention the Sanctuary in my notes at the time. Yeah, I think I like it. He's going to maybe want to even play an 18th land in this deck. I mean, he's got a couple of cats. Maybe that's all it is. I guess it might all be all it is. So maybe you just can't take it. That's probably. And if there's more stuff I don't know about, I'm not exactly sure what everything is. It probably isn't an option, actually. But I do like the Archer more than the Mauler. So I guess that's where I'd go here.
You know what? These guys are pretty good. I'm just going to take them all there. Nobody seems to want these guys. I like this. I like Track Down, but Track Down doesn't find this.
All right, I would take Track Down here. I had in the notes Track Down or Scryland, which I think you would play in this style deck. I think you could play a 1-color Scryland. Some of your cards are just so much better than your other ones that you want to try to find them. But Track Down does that better job of that. I think Track Down's really good in this deck. I would like to take that here. You have early enough defense to support it. I'd like to see the 3/3 for 2 stuff like that.
Turn 2, so
yeah, I like it. Don't let it go again.
All right, this seems really good for what I'm trying to do. Just hang out till I get these engines online.
I don't think you'll ever play anything here. The grub is worse than the 4s you have, I think.
I don't know if I'll play it, but I'm going to take this guy.
Lurker seems okay to me. Ballad, some stuff. You can sack a token, draw with Assassins.
Kind of like Kyle, I guess.
I think a Lurker fits as good or not better than a Mauler.
Okay, this might make it. I'm not going to play all of these. But...
Nothing here. The Vine got there and happily playing it. I would take the Steward, similar to the Vine, and look at the curve of the deck later and maybe play it. Preferably not. Seems better than Mind Rot. Take the Archer. To me, this deck has way too much built-in card advantage. That's ridiculous. This deck has way too much built-in card advantage to ever want that play that indulgence. Your Twin Blades are drawing you cards. Like
I
the
think for
Thalics kind
me,
of can
I
be card
navigated this
advantage.
draft pretty well. I didn't start randomly just diverging for no reason. I think I had a plan. I think even without Ugin, this deck would be pretty much just as good because I don't think you can count on casting an 8 casting cost creature to win. When you do, it's fucking awesome. This is an expensive deck anyway, so I'm playing, no question, 17 lands.
Yeah, I think you did a good job drafting this deck. Like I said, a few picks I disagreed with. I think you wound up in the right colors, and they're colors that I don't even like, and I still think that. I feel like I probably would have wound up with a pretty similar deck here. And once you got that Twin Blade, the draft was kind of fairly ABC. But I think you picked most of the right cards every time after that. Except some of those Mauler picks. But yeah, I think you identified what you wanted your deck to do and did a good job drafting it. Let's get to the building here.
Maybe should play more than that, but I have some card draw, and I've got lots of good ways to trade. I think my deck is just, to me, this feels like a good deck. If I can put together the right 40 cards here, this feels good to me. Even without this, I would be happy with this deck because it seems like I've got a lot of value here. I've got a lot of synergies with tokens that can die. That does set this off right. Yeah. So let's watch me build. Maybe. Probably not. To me, probably. Let's see. The reason I like this is because it works well with these two and these guys that are definitely going to be in. So that's my reasoning. Probably not. Probably not. But who knows? Crazy stranger things have happened. Definitely. Definitely. Probably not. Definitely.
I agree with the spinner. Definitely track down.
Almost certainly. I don't know about that guy. These guys are in. This guy is in. That is probably in.
I don't know why Mind Rot's
I don't know
probably
about
in.
those
That one
guys.
I
We're
didn't
gonna see
agree
here in a
with.
second.
I was surprised.
Crypt Lurker seems like it has lots of
It's
synergies.
good. I don't like that one. I don't like that one at
The
all.
grub, I don't know about the grub. We'll take a look.
I don't like all three Maulers
Come
myself.
back through here, but I'm trying to get the stuff that I'm pretty sure I want to play. I don't know about any of this shit.
Yeah, those are tough.
I think I like
the
this
Rise
the best out of all
definitely
that
not.
crap. Really feels bad when you're holding Rise again. You're getting back,
Don't play it.
This guy. I think we can count those guys out.
I don't hate the Lifelinker, but whatever.
So what do we got here? How many is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. So that's 19. 4 more out of these.
I'd like to see the 2-drop make it, the Mass Blackguard. I'd like to see the Archers both make it, but I'd like to see one cat go away. It's kind of how I feel about it. I don't know if that's exactly the right number of cards, but that mix seems good as a start. That only puts you to 21, I think. Yeah.
And it's not pretty as far as early stuff goes. this seems actually pretty decent. Well, I mean, a lot of things are going to be dying. I don't know if that makes it decent or not. That's probably out. Five on the back end, I mean.
I might be okay with all the Maulers if you needed an extra card. I just think the Skeletons, at least one should be in for sure.
What am I hoping to mill, though? The biggest creature I have.
I don't like
even want to mill my
Groves.
best creature, right? I don't have graveyard synergies. I think the grub's out. I think he's
Death
out
Toucher's
too.
out. Yeah. I like the 2-drop and a skeleton for sure.
This card seems fine. I can see these being good. I've seen a lot of creatures that have 1 toughness.
Oh, I also dislike the Mind Rot.
This thing has reach.
I mean, you're going to come to a build that's very close to what I would do anyways eventually.
This guy's got flash, so I think I should be able to trade him off.
I like that.
And that's the goal of that guy. Should be able to get a trade with him. Definitely not gonna play. I know this, I'm not going to keep this and this. I'm leaning towards this if I keep any of these.
I do not like Indulgence.
3 drops, 4 3 drops.
Super
really.
slow, and you've got other ways to get card advantage.
If this was the one that made creatures.
I have no desire for that Cage Zombie.
1. But it is a 3-drop, man. 2. It's got that guy. These guys are going to be grown. I think we're just going to do that. That's my list.
Okay. So, pretty good. I'd make a few changes, personally. I do not like the Indulgence, as I've said. Slow. Trying to get back other 4-drops, some of which have already grown, this and that. You're already getting a lot of value out of your cards. Just seems like it's not going to be very good very often. Mind Rot just doesn't seem right for the deck. I'd rather play the Steward, if anything. Do something kind of similar with that's on a body that you could maybe trigger some stuff with. It's a little cheaper. I'd probably not play the Steward, but I don't like the Mind Rot. Like it more if you had, a bunch of grasps and such, where you're taking their pieces off the board and hitting them, but you're kind of just building stuff up. It doesn't seem great to me. And then the Cage Zombie, just unimpressive. I don't like it. I would play the other skeleton. I would play this combat trick. With 2 skeletons, you can also kill anything with it with a skeleton. It's not as exciting as most people think it is in my mind. Like, you're using 2 cards to kill one thing and you're left with a 3/3. But, you'd still probably be okay with that most of the time. It's still better, I think, just to play the skeleton, pick off something if they have something you can pick off. But besides that, I think it's kind of close. What I would use my last card either on this guy or the life linker, either the reach or the life linker. I think it's pretty close. You can even go with the steward instead there. But I don't like mind rot. I don't like cage zombie. I don't like indulgence. Those three I would cut. Archer, gift, in. From there, even 18th land if you wanted. You can see 18th land, blood glutton, steward, sage. It all seems close. Even training just to draw a card, but probably rather just make a decision, pick something than do that. Like I'm fairly okay with playing a steward or any of these really. So whatever you kind of decided, I don't think you could go too wrong. But I would have liked not to. I mean, this is a 2-3 for 3. Like if you really wanted it for your curve, I don't think its ability does much. And the other two cards, I just think yuck. See if you say anything else here.
Let me look it over real quick. It's best of 1. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's where you end up. I think you did a very good job on the draft. I will do the games not today. I'm going to get on there and stream, play some myself soon. But anyone that watches this, try to check the games out when they go up. There's a lot in there too. Get to see Duck in action. All right, till next time.